What is depression? Depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest.
Depression is a psychological state that is hard to cure, hard to live with, and hard to endure.
Mental illness is a wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behaviour.
What is anxiety? Anxiety is fear or nervousness about what might happen. It can be an overwhelming feeling of panic that can happen at any moment.
From your perspective, what is mental illness?
So my perspective would be that mental illness is some sort of emotional condition or response that is quite extreme, so maybe out of the ordinary compared to what you'd normally expect. And generally we often talk about the fact that it impacts significantly on your daily functioning. So if there's something that's impacting significantly on your day-to-day life, then that may fall into the category of a mental illness.
I would have also said that mental illness is no different to being sick in your body. It's just in your brain.
Symptoms of depression or anxiety, and what is the difference between the two?
Depression first?
You tend to withdraw from things. You tend to have a flat mood.
Sometimes feel nothing. People talk about not feeling anything at all.
Feeling empty.
Feeling a bit numb or empty, yeah.
Being tired all the time as well.
Sometimes even though you're getting a lot of sleep, still being really, really tired. Not having much motivation to do things, also not enjoying things that you used to always enjoy.
Also maybe losing your appetite.
Yeah. And also sometimes the opposite, not sleeping as opposed to sleeping a lot.
Anxiety.
Worry.
Stressing, you can short of breath, palpitations,
Hot,
dizzy.
sweaty, dizzy. Sleep disturbance would be a big one with anxiety, and loss of appetite as well.
Can't concentrate.
So there are a lot of similarities, but the main difference, the way I sometimes think of it, is almost that anxiety, you're sort of up here, you're sort of hyper aroused, so your energy levels are kind of high, and then with depression you're almost that low, flat, slower kind of feeling.
If someone came up to you and asked for help, how would you approach the situation?
So like here at Emmaus, we have an appointment-based system, so we would be seeing students in our lovely counselling rooms, and it would really be about spending time getting to know them, building a bit of a rapport with them first, before just sort of drilling down straight into what the issue is.
Finding a safe space for them to talk as well, so we make it known to them that what they're talking about with us is just between us, so they can feel free to talk about whatever they want to.
And also a big part of therapy is no judgment. So it's really important that people feel that they can come in here and express anything that's on their mind, and we're not there to judge them. But the other big thing that sometimes people may not be aware of is that we wish we did sometimes. We had a magic wand that we could wave and fix things for people, but we don't. And what we really do is work on strategies that the people can then take away with them and use for themselves, giving them tools that they can take away and help themselves in the future.
It's like partnering up, providing them with support so that they can help themselves.
What would be the number one tip you would give someone with mental illness?
Don't suffer alone. So reach out for help. There's
So
much
many
help.
resources out there.
So for youth, there's Youth Beyond Blue, there's lots of stuff on their website. There's Headspace where you can attend in person, but they also have heaps of resources online. There's Kids Helpline where you can talk to trained counsellors online or on the telephone any time of day, any day of the week. There's reachout.com, and we have lots of stuff in our counselling rooms that you can take away if you're interested as well. You know, I remember a few years ago we had a gentleman from Beyond Blue come and talk at Mental Health Week, and he spoke about his experience of depression and anxiety and the fact that he struggled for many years. Really the fact that when he finally reached out, he realised how much support there was out there and how good life could be once you get the right treatment and get the right support and get people understanding. And he was a really, really successful guy, created all these businesses on his own, and he was a real inspiration. But he'd done this, experiencing anxiety and depression his whole life. But his whole message was, you get the treatment, you get the help, and life can be great.
I think it doesn't have to be bad. You can speak to someone.
What is the normal age group for kids to fall into a bad mental state?
It can happen anytime throughout childhood and adolescence, and even as adults. Things can suddenly happen without you necessarily even expecting it, but we do know that there are some risk factors in the teenage years. So sort of maybe, roughly speaking, maybe 13 to even your early 20s. The adolescent years are actually considered to still carry on until your early 20s. Kind of makes sense because there's a lot of hormonal changes and things that are happening in your bodies.
And developmental changes, like taking on a lot more responsibility, which creates stress.
Yep.
And pressure.
Yeah. So it is a time to be aware. It doesn't necessarily mean you guys are all going to experience a mental health issue, not at all, but it is a time to be aware and look out for each other.
Ways to deal with mental illness include going out and being active with your life. Do this when your life seems too hard at hand and you feel yourself slipping away. Being proactive with your life and go out and make yourself happy. Real depression isn't being sad when something in your life goes wrong. Real depression is being sad when everything in your life is going right. No matter how much is going right, you still feel something is going wrong.